In a season full of dazzling plays and high-stakes battles, a single injury has managed to halt the hearts of Warriors fans everywhere. Tonight, we bring you an exclusive, in-depth look at the latest chapter in one of the NBA's most riveting narratives, the status of Stephen Curry. As the Golden State Warriors find themselves teetering on the edge in their playoff matchup against the red-hot Minnesota squad, Curry's absence has shifted the balance of power and the hopes of an entire fan base onto the next available update. With the team announcing fresh details about Curry's health and the clock ticking down on their playoff ambitions, what comes next could define not only this postseason but the future of a dynasty. Let's break down every development, the performances of those stepping up in Curry's shadow, and what to expect in the days ahead. Official Warriors update: a mix of relief and tension. Golden State made waves earlier today by issuing a formal press release on Stephen Curry's condition after an intensive medical reevaluation. The update arrives after Curry, sidelined by a left thigh strain, had to watch his team battle through 3 consecutive games from the bench. In that time, the Warriors have been forced to discover and test new lineups without their legendary point guard leading the charge. According to the latest statement, Curry is showing good progress in his recovery program. Importantly, team doctors have authorized him to engage in light on-court activities, including shooting drills and light conditioning, signs that the rehabilitation is on track. Despite this optimism, there's a clear note of caution. Curry remains unavailable for Game 5, and the team is planning to reevaluate his condition this coming Saturday. The implications go beyond medical jargon. With the Warriors' season hanging by a thread, that next evaluation, a mere day before Game 6, is loaded with significance. The stakes: 1 game to save the season. To truly grasp the weight of this update, consider the playoff panorama. Tonight's Game 5 against Minnesota in hostile territory is more than just another postseason matchup. It's the Warriors' last shot at survival. If Golden State fails to come out on top, the series ends then and there. The eagerly awaited medical recheck on Saturday and the possibility of Curry's return for Game 6 could become moot if the team can't keep their championship dreams alive on Tuesday. The decision to keep Curry sidelined, even as he edges closer to full activity, is a tough but calculated risk. Rushing him back could risk re-injury. Yet, playing without his leadership and offensive wizardry puts gigantic pressure on the rest of the roster to deliver when the stakes have never been higher. Warriors' game plan: without Curry, who steps up? With their superstar out of the lineup, the Warriors have turned to a new and somewhat unexpected core of contributors, betting big on versatility and hunger. Most notable of these has been Jonathan Kuminga, whose ascension could not have come at a more opportune time. Kuminga, primarily a bench player throughout the first round, has seen his responsibilities and the ball forced his way since Curry's injury. He has responded with averages of 23.7 points per game on a blistering .595 field goal percentage, including 444 from three-point range and 773 from the line across the last 3 games. That's not just stepping up, that's seizing the moment. The team has also relied heavily on Jimmy Butler as an additional offensive and defensive weapon. Butler, known for thriving under postseason pressure, provides the Warriors with battle-tested firepower. However, the rest of the squad, from rising young talents to seasoned veterans, must find ways to replicate a semblance of Curry's impact if Game 5 is to be anything more than the season's final chapter. The ripple effects. What's at stake for the Warriors' legacy? A loss on Tuesday would bring the curtain down not only on this season, but could also mark a crossroads for the next chapter of the Warriors' dynasty. With Stephen Curry at 37 years old, fans and analysts alike are asking difficult questions. Is the window still open for one last run? Or has age and attrition finally caught up with one of basketball's most celebrated teams? That's why the outcome of Game 5, without their brightest star, feels so pivotal. A victory would not only extend the series, but might set the stage for a dramatic Curry return in Game 6, giving the legend the platform to write yet another heroic chapter in his already storied legacy. But this moment is also about identity. It's about the franchise's ability to adapt, to thrive under duress, and to prove there is more to the Warriors than just one player, even if that player is Steph Curry. Recovery, rehabilitation, and the realities of elite sports. Let's Zoom in for a moment on the recovery process itself. A left thigh strain can be deceptively tricky. Even mild strains can sap explosiveness, limit mobility, and expose a player to re-injury if he returns too soon. The Warriors' veteran medical staff has walked this tightrope before, balancing short-term gain with long-term health. The goal is clear: get Curry back to the court only when he can truly help the team and when the risk of aggravating the injury is acceptably low. That means Warriors fans, and the broader NBA audience, are left waiting on a knife's edge. Can Curry ramp back up in time to make a tangible difference in what could be a do-or-die Game 6? Or is this the beginning of his off-season recovery and rehabilitation? Looking ahead, the scenarios that could unfold. Let's paint the picture. Warriors win Game 5. The team forces a Game 6, giving Curry's return real meaning. The prospect of their veteran leader suiting up for a season-saving contest at home electrifies the entire Bay Area. The narrative writes itself. One last dance, one last chance, season over. Suddenly, Curry's health update shifts from urgent news to off-season talking point. Attention will turn to roster moves, possible staff changes, and how the organization plans to maximize the years Stephen Curry still has left. Whichever path unfolds, these decisions transcend statistics. They speak to the heart of sports: grit, teamwork, hope, and the unfading faith that anything can happen when the game is on the line. The final countdown. What will happen next? Warriors Nation, here's where you come in. With an iconic playoff journey at stake and Steph Curry's comeback looming in the background, it's time for Golden State to rally behind its heroes, both those on the court and the ones rooting in the stands, at home and across the globe. What are your predictions for Game 5 without Curry? Do you think the Warriors can pull off a gritty win and extend their season, or does this mark the end of an era? Let us know your thoughts and feelings in the comments section below. And if you found this deep dive insightful, make sure to like this video so others can join our conversation. We'll be here to bring you every twist and turn. Don't blink, because this story is far from over.